Good morning, my name is Caitlin and welcome back to my channel where I'm documenting my writing journey. I've been feeling pretty tired the past couple of days. I don't know if I'm getting sick or just hormones or whatever it is. I've been feeling kind of low energy. So I thought that I would try out Sarah J Maas's writing routine as she puts a pretty heavy emphasis on self-care. So I thought I would give her routine a try just to see if it would help bring my energy back up, get me back into a good writing mood. Let's get into the video. So I just finished showering and I already feel 10 times better than I did when I woke up. So Sarah mentions in the 3 podcast episodes that I listened to, which are Smart Bitches, Trashy Books, 888 Cups of Tea, and there was a live stream that she did with Josh when she was on tour for Crescent City during COVID. Based on all 3 of those podcast episodes I've listened to, I've gathered that she is not a morning person. She really loves to get really cozy. She dresses in leggings and a Phantom t-shirt and Phantom socks. I do not have Phantom socks or a Phantom t-shirt. This is like the closest Phantom thing I have, and I don't even know, like, does Hello Kitty count as Phantom? But like, if you look at my bed, I don't know if you can see, but do you see all that Sanrio? So I feel like this is the best fandom that we're gonna do. On a normal day, leggings are fine, but because I'm just kind of like not having it today, I'm just wearing sweats. I changed into a complete sweats outfit because that's what I feel like doing. That's what we're gonna do. So apparently Sarah does a very weird breakfast with like 3 bevs and 3 pieces of like bacon or something. I don't have any bacon or anything like that, so I decided to just cook some eggs like I normally do every morning and just added some like seaweed sesame topping thing. For the 3 drinks, she usually has like a glass of water, glass of OJ, and tea, I think. I am not gonna You're gonna see a theme where I kind of just do whatever I want, but I made this ginger drink from Trader Joe's and I added some honey and lemon. That's just really good for health reasons, and honestly, like, I like how it tastes. So I also made coffee with the toasted almond syrup that I made the other day. And for the 3rd bev, I'm not gonna do a bev at all. Instead of the OJ, I'm gonna do just my supplement that I take every morning, because you know what, I feel like this is better than vitamin C I would get from like orange juice anyway. So yeah, just this instead of, well, I guess this, I also have leftover water in this bottle, so that counts. But yeah, there's breakfast. So from listening to that live stream that Sarah and Josh, I'll link that down below. She's a very big advocate of therapy and, you know, just taking your meds. She's just really passionate about doing these things to actually help yourself and get outside help, because for so long she really struggled with really severe anxiety and depression by herself. And I'm not going to get too much into it. You can listen to it in your free time if you want to, but basically she had this really big fear that if she started doing therapy or taking meds, it would really hinder her creativity, and she wants to spread the message that that was not the case for her and people should not be scared of seeking help. I'm not currently going to therapy because of experiences I've had in the past with therapy. That is not, you know, my therapist's fault or whatever. It was just not a good fit. Right now, I'm not really in a place where I can afford to bring myself to therapy. So what I've started to do instead is to journal and do a bunch of like shadow work prompts to, you know, do my own therapy work for myself. So this is like a really cute like leather bound journal that I got when my mom and my aunt took me to Venice for my 22nd birthday. And yeah, it's just really cute. So I already have a journaling practice where I kind of like document everything that I'm proud of, grateful for, and things I learned at the end of my day. And I've kept that practice up since I was like 12. What I've started to do recently is incorporate a morning journaling session to really go through shadow work prompts, getting to know myself deeper, and really just using journaling as a tool to basically give myself free therapy without needing to pay a bunch. I do have some things I want to write about that happened yesterday, so I'm hoping that this will help me let go of that and start today with a clean slate. She starts her day with admin work. Because I don't have a job or anything, I'm just going to do the random tasks that are unrelated to writing itself. So I'm going to send a few emails because I went to a networking event last night. So I want to reach out, get some contacts, reach out to some other contacts that I have. I'm going to do a little bit of work on my query letter for Project Gold. And I'm also going to check on my crypto because it's going crazy right now, and I just need to make sure that my money is doing well, you know? I just finished up responding to a bunch of comments on my YouTube, sent out a few emails, went through my emails, and now I'm finally ready to write. So Sarah mentions that she needs her space to be like a golem hole, like it needs to be very cozy, and like it's basically like her private sanctuary where she does all of her writing. If you're new here, I shall show you around my space. I already feel very happy with my space, so I don't really feel the need to like spruce anything up, but let's get into writing. Also, she says that she writes to movie soundtracks, and her favorite one is like the Gravity soundtrack. Right now I'm on a Arcane binge sprint whatever with the release of the beginning of season 2. So I haven't watched the beginning of season 2 yet. I'm still working my way through season 1 to catch myself up on the details that I don't really remember, but the music goes hard, and so that is exactly what I'm going to be putting on as I get into the last chapter of Act 1. So I'm so happy. I'm really excited to finish Act 1 and bridge into Act 2. It's gonna be a complete change of pace, complete change of like setting, scene, everything, and I'm just really excited to explore more of the world. I wrote like 55 words, and now I have a huge problem. Like I did some thinking, or I just had like a bunch of fresh ideas that I think would work a lot better with the story. Like I think it would give my main character more agency, it would up the stakes, it would give her clear motivations and a clear goal, like more clear than she has right now. And so like I really like the ideas, but if I implement these, they're very huge, like structural changes to the story. If I do this, I basically would have to start all over. I'm currently like 25,700 words into the draft. So just the idea of it's okay. So it's like, it's not like it's done or anything, but like I've been working on this since like September, and the idea of starting from scratch and like going back to the drawing board and plotting everything again, I don't know what to do, because it's like, oh, this could make it so much stronger, and it would fill like a lot of different plot holes that I have right now in its current like form. I mean, obviously no one likes to just throw out like months and months of work. I do know it's not like thrown out, because no wasted words. In the end, it's still a practice of making my writing better, but it's just kind of leaving my head spinning, because I don't know if this is just another thing that I'm doing that's stopping my progress. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I should listen to this voice of like new ideas, or if this is just derailing me from progress. Yeah, so it's actually interesting. So when I was doing research for this video, and I was listening to all the different like Sarah J Maas interviews and stuff like that, like there was a few different techniques that she talked about in order to work through plot holes, or whenever she would have writer's block, stuff like that. And I was like, oh, like I won't need any of those tactics or tools for this video because I'm just gonna do a very simple, day in my life writing vlog, and I'm just gonna try to get in as many words as possible, see how that goes. But you know what? Here we are. So let me get... Okay, so the first thing that she says is that she always just you just go on a walk. Sometimes you just need to go on a walk outside to clear your head. And I definitely think I need to do that because now I'm yeah, it's not. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so she said when she gets stuck on a scene, she goes on a walk outside, which is already what I do. I think I need to do that right now. But she also gets out a decomposition notebook, which she refers to it as both her therapist and her muse, and she writes down all of the ideas that she has for a certain scene surrounding it, everything that has led up to that point, everything that she thinks will happen after, and she basically creates a map to figure out where exactly she got tripped up, whether it was in this scene or several scenes before this scene. And so once she can figure out what exactly got her stuck, then she begins to question what has tripped her up until she figures out how to unstick herself. I don't know if that... Yeah. So I'm going to go on a walk first. Then I'm going to try to work through some of these problems and figure out what I should actually change. Maybe I'm just being dramatic right now and I really don't need to start all over. Or maybe I do, and maybe that's what's in the best interest of the story. Either way, I want to tell the best story possible. If that means having to start over for the sake of the story, then I'm more than willing to do that. It's just, a little annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, I need to clear my head first. So I feel a lot better after taking a walk to clear my head, writing my thoughts out in my notebook, and just taking a minute to watch an episode of Arcane, because I feel like consuming other creative works inspires you to work more on your own. I've reorganized my thoughts, realized that new ideas I've had can just be written down as notes to be incorporated into my next draft, so in draft 2, and that I shouldn't just scrap this whole draft and start all over, because I basically will have to do that in draft 2 anyway, so I'll just leave that for later. And then some of my other ideas that would have made really, really big changes, I can incorporate that into just other books down the line. It doesn't need to be this one. I think what was really tripping me up is that I was getting really great ideas, but then I was trying to combine them all into this one project, which is exactly the problem I had in the beginning. Why I'm even writing this book is because I wanted to work on a really big dark fantasy series, but then because I had all of these different ideas, they were too many and it was too overwhelming. And so I really do think that keeping it simple is the best writing advice. A story doesn't need 110 elements to make it good. I actually think keeping it very simple and bare bones and keeping it to the very core of the story of what you're trying to tell is preferable over making it overly complicated for no reason. My problem is that I just get too many ideas and then I get too excited. I want to put them all into this one book, but just because I'm not using those ideas now doesn't mean I need to throw them away. I should just write them down and keep it in a separate document for whenever I need to start a new book, or if I want to write a sequel. I don't need to do that right now. So I'm feeling a little better, and I'm going to try to see how many words I can get in today, and let's go. Finished the bath and it's now the end of the day, and I just wanted to review my thoughts from trying out Sarah J Maas's writing routine, or bits and pieces of her writing routine. I have no idea what it looks like right now. Did I write the most words because of this routine? No. I think maybe if I had tried on a normal day, maybe the result would be different. Just before, when I was writing, I got in around like 200 something words, and I've now just passed 26,000 words total in draft 1 of Project Paradise. So some progress was made, not a lot, but I'm also giving myself permission to not reach a high word count goal today, just because my head is pounding right now and it's been hurting for the past like hour or so. I stayed in that bath for like a really long time, just soaking in the rosemary scented Epsom salts. It helped. I also popped an ibuprofen, so I mean, I took that a while ago. I don't know if it's popping in or not. That's also part of the factor, but I would want to reshoot this or like try this again another time, but I just really couldn't put off filming this video anymore. Like, I don't have any more time to film this week if I want to have another video out by Sunday, which is, you know, it's fine. Like, I am working on my own schedule, so I don't need to post every Sunday, you know, but I just want to stick to that routine. Overall, this was a really great like self-care routine. Oh, one note, I did not do the Tibetan singing bowl, like meditative bath that Sarah talks about. I just chose to binge watch Arcane instead. Okay, so even though I did not get a lot of like words into my draft, I do think that today was a really great day just for creativity, because Arcane is like a masterclass in character, tension, stakes, like the 3-act structure. There are so many good storytelling elements to analyze just from that show. And I really feel like I learned a lot just by watching the episodes. And I also did a deep dive into some of the creators' interviews, and just they talk a lot about how they came up with the concepts, developed the characters, developed the story. And I think that's really good information that will inspire me to keep working on my own book, but from a different lens, which is, bless you, which is great. So overall, I would count this as a very successful writing day. I don't know, does this even count as like a Sarah J Maas inspired day? I don't know anymore. Very loosely, I kind of incorporate those things, but I do feel like I prioritized my mental and physical health today while still writing. So I would count that as a win, even if it doesn't objectively seem like no, I did not write 10K words or whatever, but I feel very happy with my writing today and just how the day went overall. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what other content you would like me to make, or if you guys have any questions, and just let me know what you're working on. Bye.